Today I'm back on the Green Beret / RushNAttack PCB, and we know everything's working, audio and controls. We just have a glitch in the video that needs to be figured out. And so today I have my glass full of ice cubes, and I'm going to let this warm up so I can already see some problems. And this is what I'm going to be focusing on here, because on that title screen, that title has a little bit of a glitch to it. So I'm going to start using my ice cubes to cool down these chips. I'll be focusing on the RAMs and the circuitry around the video RAM area, which is, by the way, here. So we've got a couple RAMs here and here. I believe these are the video RAMs. I'm not sure what these are. These may also be video RAMs. These are faster ones, so I think these are the ones that would give us potentially more trouble. So the circuitry all in this area, I guess up here too. This is the graphic ROMs. Maybe that could be the problem. I don't know. I doubt it. But that's what we're doing today. So let me just let this continue to warm up, and then I'll start messing around with ice cubes. I'll be back. All right. Well, so using my ice cubes all over the board, the graphics has gone nuts, and it started happening when I was messing with these two chips here. This one has some corrosion on it, and this one just seems to be sensitive to heat. So I'm going to replace both of those and see what happens, and I will be back. All right, those two chips have been removed, and you can see there's a little bit of corrosion that could be potentially crossing the pads. So I will clean that up, and that may be the problem right there. Just some corrosion. But I will be replacing the chips because the legs are bad on both of them. Kind of crusty. This one was a 377, which is labeled there, and this was a 74. So octal latch of some type and a flip-flop, dual flip-flop. All right, let me get those replaced. Well, after replacing these two chips and cleaning up all the corrosion around in this area, I also went a little too far with it and cleaned up some vias and stuff around the area. Board's having lots of problems now because of apparently something I did. It is unstable big time. I don't see anything obvious. I cleaned up all the extra flux and stuff in the area. I'm not sure what I did, but it's bad. So I'm going to try one more thing. I've noticed this chip here. If I reset the power, let me cycle the power. There'll be a grid that pops up. Now see how the fonts are all screwed up here, and the grid is all screwed up. So that kind of tells me a counter problem maybe. And I noticed when I was messing around with the ice cubes that this one here, this counter here was sensitive and did weird stuff. So I'm going to replace it and see if that has any bearing. Maybe it was borderline and I knocked it out. Probably not, but let me try that and see what happens. All right, so I've replaced that 161, and maybe that fixed the weirdness. Well, no, there it comes. Something must be getting hot. Something must be heating up and affecting the background now. But it seems to be more stable after replacing that chip. Anyway, I don't have schematics for this, and I want to work on other things, so I'm going to put this one on the back burner. But the font problem is something I must have introduced. The characters for the lettering is all screwed up. I guess what I'll have to do is remove these chips and look around and see what I did, if it was something in that area that screwed it up. Or it could be completely unrelated. This board is being handled a lot, so anything could happen. But definitely seems to be more stable with this new chip, with this replacement counter. Yeah. Anyway, I've got a centipede board I'm going to be starting on next, so I'm going to put this one on the back burner. But it looks like the sprite problem is basically unchanged. Looks pretty much like it hasn't been fixed. And now I've got the new grid problem and the character problem. Seems almost like a counter, like 2 bits on a counter are shorted or something. All right, well, anyway, that's it for this board for now, but I will return to it sometime in the future.